Yo, it's your boy Soldier Boy. How's it going? Just kidding. I'm not Soldier Boy. It's 2026 and it's time to be better. And I'm sick of I say "and" a lot. I say it as like, instead of saying I say "and." Stop. Just get the video done, man. Just get to the topic. I say this so much. I think this so much. Why just be existing? It honestly baffles me that there's individuals out there who sort of think like, well, they don't think. Let's be honest. Like, there are people out there who are just like, oh, I can't wait till Friday. They accept that, and they're like working some minimum wage job at a grocery store or a bloody fast food. But you know, there's a lot of tradies out there too that earn like 80k or 90k, and they think it's a good salary, or people in warehouse jobs and shit. And there are blokes that have been in warehouse jobs for 30, 40 years, and they still go, I can't wait for the weekend, I get on the beers, or something like that. Or they literally get so, this is the sadder thing, they get so accustomed to it that Monday doesn't even suck for them anymore. Like, there's this one bloke I work with, and I don't know if he's going to end up watching this video because this is not named after me. I know he follows my main channel. I know you're a legend, mate. If you're watching this, you're a legend, and I absolutely feel you. But I don't want to say this message to you, mate, because I don't want to say this to you because, one, I'm younger than you, so I feel like it's a bit rude. And second of all, I understand, man. You've got kids and everything, and I think that is so special and so important and all of that. Every single Monday, I see you moping around the workplace, and I do as well. I have that in my head as well. And I would, if I was not on an upward trajectory, if I had just accepted this as my everything, then I would also be thinking like, I'm not going to swear on YouTube at the moment. I so want to, but I don't want the algorithm to kill this video. But you know, I'm thinking star. I hate censoring myself, dude, on the internet. Yeah, like, be on an upward trajectory. And I also don't want to say this to you because I know how hard it is, because I myself have the motivation to be on an upward trajectory, yet sometimes I struggle, sometimes I procrastinate. For someone who does not see a way out, or has sort of accepted it, and they don't really have the knowledge that there is a way out, or there is a better way, that is even harder. What I'm thinking is that the average person has control over many factors, right? The average individual has control. Say you've accepted 9 to 5, and you just, because that's what most people have to do, right? Say you've found a job that's good enough for you, which, you know, a lot of people do find a job they accept. I don't think life is all about your job, although it is. If your ideal life is not at that job and you're miserable every day, then yeah, that's a problem. But if you're in a job that's bearable, and you feel like, well, this is what I've got, and you don't want to change your job, there are still other things, other levers that you can control. Number one is your physique. So that's like not being fat. There is this one, you can sort of tell a lot about people based on how they look. Now, I'm 8% body fat, alright? So that's 8 to 12. I've been hovering around 8 to 12. But yeah, you sort of get that defined shape, and it happens when you do a lot of cycling and a lot of walking. There is the stereotypical and so common thing of seeing like the average bloke is a bit chubby and he's walking with a bit of a frown on his face. This is not conspiracy stuff. This isn't the Andrew Tate self-improvement stuff. It's just generally a be better stuff. I don't want to make a controversial video that's trying to say you can be a billionaire and you this and this and this. I'm just saying, like, I see a lot of stereotypical blokes, the average dude is now seen as a fat guy who works his 9 to 5 and, you know, who is probably single. And that, look, I'm single, all right? It's okay to be single for a bit, but I'm not always single. Well, technically, because, look, I see, occasionally I'll hook up with a girl, right? And I understand that being married is a goal of mine eventually. I want to find a wife and I want to have one kid. But yeah, I think you got control over your physique and you got control over your dating life. Those are the two things, like, outside of work that you can control that genuinely benefit you. So obviously you want to be in good shape, you want to be healthy. That's the number one, first and foremost thing that you want to do, right? You can be healthy. Doesn't matter what job it is, you still can control. So I guess some jobs might push you back a bit. No matter what job you work, the stuff outside of work can still stop you from getting fat. You don't have to be a fat bloke, alright? That's your choice outside of work, what you're willing to work on. And you don't have to be single or, you know, you can literally, outside of work, guarantee, regardless of what your boss says or whatever happens, that you're bloody vascular and you've got a good woman around you, you know, as long as you put in the work, right? These are things that you can do outside of work. What I'm trying to say here is people don't actually utilize their time well. A lot of people just coast in life. My message to everyone is that you should never just coast in life, because you've only got one life. And you should always work towards something better. I don't know what my sort of tangent at the start of the video is, and I definitely need to work on this, but I have a vision for the better lunch break, and I might elaborate this in the future. On average, like, what do you do on your lunch break? You probably go to a coffee shop or maybe have a home packed lunch and you just sit in the boring, depressing lunchroom, which is like this confined space, right? Or you go to the coffee shop or Macca's or wherever and have a fast food meal. And yeah, I get that. I've been fast food addicted for ages now, and I'm trying to get off that, and I've found a good method, which I'll also elaborate on. It happens to do with making, you know, those baguettes. Get those, and try and make Subway at home. It won't match entirely, but just experiment. Once you find the perfect one that you can literally eat every day, and then bring like Chocky milk. It's not about being healthy, it's about saving money, is what I'm trying to do here. But yeah, what you should do is, on your lunch break, either, if you're a truck driver like me, do a video like this. I'm in my car now, I'm waiting for my fitness class to start, alright? I had this extra time, and wasting extra time when you're early to something, just sitting there like this. I guess it's good to do this because you're processing your thoughts, but if your head's down in your phone and you're swiping and scrolling and consuming other people's content, especially this brain-numbing short content, that's not even self-improvement, not even advice. This stuff's alright, but it's still kind of, you should get off this, and it's counterproductive for me to say. Yeah, if your head's down in the phone and you're wasting time doing that shit on your lunch break, or you're reading some relatable tweet, that is the habit of the person who goes nowhere, who sits on the treadmill, right? You know, someone who's paying rent to their landlord each week, and they get their pay, and then they pay their rent, and then they get their pay, they pay their rent, their bank balance sits on like $600 average, and they never even grow their finances. You know, the average person just scrolls on Reddit memes and goes, oh, that's funny. Oh, I hate my job too. And then they upvote, and then they go, and then they swipe. They don't even smile, man. No, I don't even smile when I do that shit. Like, man, if I see a good meme these days, I'm still looking stone-faced like this, going, yeah, that felt good, but I'm not even reacting. You just see a blank, brain-dead look on my face. Same with pornography. I'll say this in a YouTube video, even though the algorithm might not like it, but look, I reckon, this whole no-fap movement, I'll say it's a bit controversial. I don't think no-fap is a good movement. I think watching porn is bad, obviously, because it can create unrealistic expectations for, you see women in the wrong way, you will be terrible in bed. I'm being honest here. This is my experience. When I watched a lot of that shit before I even got laid, this is such a stupid tangent, but I was so bad in bed. Like, let's be honest. What women actually like is completely different to what you see in videos, and the videos are literally marketed towards men. Sometimes, look, I'll watch it occasionally, maybe one, and this is so weird for me to say on video because I'm not used to talking about this. I'll watch it like occasionally, like every few months I might go on some video, and then I'll just see it, and it will be this, you can just tell it's scripted. Like, you see these women talk about things that no woman is interested in. And look, sometimes in bed you see when talking to a girl, she might say something and you're like, there's no way that's genuine. There's no way that's genuinely come from her. But more often it happens in porn, or like even these like women that you sleep with, they might have watched this stuff on porn. It's literally just them doing things that looks good for visuals on camera. It's not actually how to pleasure a woman. Anyway, off that tangent. When you watch this stuff, it sort of stimulates your brain, but it doesn't help. If you want to do this to yourself, if you want to do some like bloody, play with yourself or whatever you enjoy doing, the weird shit, it's not weird, it's natural. Every bloke does it. Every woman does it too. I'm pretty sure most do. Anyway, from who I have surveyed. But yeah, I think just use your brain. Like, you don't need this stupid stimulating video. Just use your brain. If you want good visuals, maybe go do the real thing. Maybe contact a girl and say, well, I wouldn't do it up front. It's stupid unless she's that kind of girl. Unless she actually wants that up front and you can get it. Invite a girl over and maybe things go well for you. Then you get the nice visuals, but also you should look after her, treat her with respect, consent, and all of that, and you enjoy that. You don't need a fucking video of two strangers. Look, I do watch one every now and again. I'm not gonna act like I'm better than that, but I think in a clear mind, it's just stupid, man. Stupid. And we go on social media, we scroll on Reddit and we look at stupid memes about, oh, it's relatable. Okay. Relatable memes about jobs, right? Oh, every job's pointless. Okay, next meme. The fuck is that a use of anyone's time? How is that a good use of anyone's time? I am running out of time to make this video. I got to do an appointment with my personal trainer in a second. Yeah, you're a spurg if you go on social media. I hate using that word. Ugh. I'm never going to use that word again. I'm sorry, guys. Use time, any spare time, to better yourself. Are you trying to learn a new skill? Read the manual for that skill. Say you're in a waiting room for 10 minutes. Don't go on social media. Say you're trying to learn marketing or something like that. I don't know. Go talk to ChatGPT about marketing strategy. This is what I do for my pilot journey. I talk to it about aviation related stuff, and I sort of have this back and forth conversation, and if I'm confused about something, I ask again. It's fun, it's interactive, and it helps me learn. Or I'll talk about finance bro stuff or gym bro stuff. Finance stuff is very interesting to me. I want to be financially literate. Sorry if I'm talking very quickly, but yeah, I want to be financially literate, so I'll go chat to ChatGPT. I'll say, hey, can we further deepen our conversation we had yesterday about, investing or credit cards? What's the best way to build a credit score in Australia? And then I've had a chat with ChatGPT. I understand the factors that go into it. We got 2 minutes left. Fuck, I gotta wrap this one up. But yeah, learn something. If you've got time, if you work somewhere where you can wear running shoes to the office and you've got your 30-minute lunch break and you're like, oh, I just don't have time to work out. When I get home, I'm exhausted. Dude, just go out there and run 5K. If you can't run it in under 30 minutes for your lunch break, just do a shorter distance until you can. If you can run a 5K under 30 minutes, I can do it in 26, right? Then run your 5K in 26 minutes when you go on your lunch break. Maybe eat at the desk if your boss doesn't mind. What I would do is, as a truck driver, you know, I have my food here, just a sandwich or something where I can eat one-handed while driving. I don't know the legality of this based state by state. So as long as you're safely driving, say I'm on the freeway going out to Murray Bridge for a run on the truck, basically I'll eat one-handed and I will drive with the other hand on the freeway if I'm just cruising with my cruise control set. Obviously you want to keep safe. Maybe you have two hands on the wheel, I don't know. Eat your lunch during work time. Don't like set aside time for it. Just sort of like eat or graze through the day and get the work done. And eat something healthy and good. When it comes to lunch, also stay hydrated all day, because then you won't feel this like you're missing out. Just keep hydrated, keep sipping water all day consistently so you never get thirsty. Drink well before you're thirsty. Keep plenty of water on you. Almost to when you're pissing every 2 hours. It's hard as a truckie because there's nowhere to pull over. But if you've got a bathroom and you're working indoors all day or in a boring warehouse, man, you got nothing to lose by drinking heaps of water. Then you get lots of little 5-minute breaks to quickly run to the bathroom and have a piss. It's weird and shit. I'll wrap this up in 30 seconds, guys. So yeah, either go for a run or learn something. Do some fitness, because fitness helps you get into shape. Anyway, we have run out of time for this video. I don't know what I'll call it. I'll upload it later. Thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you all in another one. I'm gonna have a lot of fun at fitness. Stay hydrated out there, eat clean, and love your life. And remember, you were born to do more than just be complacent and say this is okay. I think you have everything you need to be successful, and I want the best for you. So thank you so much if you've watched this whole video, and I'm gonna head out now. Thanks, guys.